Coach Annese, can I get an opening statement on today's game?
Yeah, huge win. We knew we were playing a very quality opponent. Coach McEwen has done a great job there. Has had a great year so far, and has another big game next week. His son is AJ. He played here for us when we were here, and Juwan Lewis is their running back coach. He played for us here, so it's always great to see those guys. I thought the defense, defense kind of set the tone, did what they needed to do to really make it challenging for them, both in the run and the pass. It's a very quality quarterback, and even though he had a decent percentage throwing the ball, we did a good job just minimizing big plays. And Jay Pay here had a pick six, which is awesome, and so it was huge. And yeah, really big win for us, for regional rankings and all that stuff. It's just a huge win for us.
Only 6 penalties today. How impressed were you to kind of have the number a lot smaller than it's been in games past?
I'm going to have to say this very delicately, but I thought this, and I wasn't going to say anything, but that was one of the finest officiated games we've had in GLIAC play this year. They did a really nice job. They did what they needed to do in officiating the game the right way.
Question for you, Justin. You got the pick six to kind of get the scoring going for you guys. Walk me through that moment.
My coach called cover 3, and I knew I had to go down for the flats. And I seen number 1 come out for the bubble, and the ball just landed in my hands, and we're going the other way with it. That was that.
Hey, Justin, biggest interception in your whole life? Would you say that when it comes down, when you'll look back 20 years from now and people ask you the biggest play you ever made, with this rank up there?
I could say, because this was my first career start in college, and I caught a pick six, so I'll say that.
But he did win a couple state championships.
Yeah, but I did, yeah, so it was
in Florida, so he's had some big wins.
But it is up there, though.
Yeah.
It is up there.
Tony, knowing the way the weather was going, how huge was that interception?
Well, yeah, the wind was a big force. We knew it was going to be going in, but any time, we were just trying to get our rhythm on offense, and in the third quarter we finally got our rhythm in offense. Second quarter a little bit, but when you score on defense, which from a person who is part of the play calling and offense, you're like, whoo, what a relief. And so it was a huge play for us. And, if you assess it, they had 7 points. So our defense had 7, and so that's awesome that our defense able to score. And so it's obviously critical.
I would assume, though, the coaches in pregame, you guys did a lot of talking about the weather, right? How are you going to play around it and with it?
Yeah, we actually talked about it quite a bit yesterday. The week was glorious, like unbelievable, and we started kind of looking at the forecast, which I do like obsessively, like 20 times a day, and so even Coach McEwen and I talked about it. He's like, I don't mind the wind, but we cannot have rain, and I guess he figured out how to keep the rain from coming until as soon as the game ended, because then we had the downpour. But the weather obviously with that kind of wind is. It's a force for sure.
Mylik, could you talk about the second half? Especially, it looked like the sweeps, you guys were pretty effective. You were able to move the ball. What was kind of turning the tide for your offense in the second half?
We got into a formation that they weren't really adjusting well to, and they didn't adjust to it for a whole quarter, so we just kept calling the same play. Simple as that.
I'm rolling.
And how do you feel out there? It looks like you have no running the ball, whatever. You feel pretty comfortable out there, confident?
I feel good, always confident. Coaches put us in good positions. Pay made the first score of the game. Like Coach said, it's easy once defense put some points on the board, man, just to go out there and be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Like I said, they were staying in certain things, and we found the right play, and they were staying in it. So we just kept the plays going, man.
Mylik, can you just talk a little bit about your play and the play of your offensive players? It seems like every time when they got the ball, your weapons got the ball, they just kept on racking up the yards and made some big plays throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's what our offense is designed to do. We got I mean, some of the best players in D2, maybe in other divisions too, man. And just as long as we can get the ball in their hands, have time up front, have the right plays drawn up, where we got some hot routes built in and things like that, we'll be all right. So that's what we're designed to do. We'll do that every week.
Coach Annese, you got the chance to honor seniors today. Could you talk about how special these seniors have been to you over the years?
Man, so some been here 7 years, some 6, others 5, hardly any, probably 4, and a couple transfers in there. But you know, it's been miraculous. You know, like just unbelievable. The expectation for this program, both on the field and off, it's been unbelievable. I mean, you know it, right? I mean, we just so many young men just represent what you want represented in college student athletes, and so I'm really proud of them. From this guy who's a redshirt freshman who literally I look down on, which is not, you know, I'm only 5'9", so I don't look down on a lot of guys, but just a warrior, to this guy who has been through so many trials and tribulations and never has a negative thought in his mind. You know, we know he's playing hurt. Everybody in the conference knows he's playing hurt, and we'll see how he feels tomorrow. But today he feels really good.
Feel great, man.
Coach Annese, Mylik, Justin, congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.